I myself, for subsurface flies, prefer 2X, and in the case of the hook you're using tonight, it's a 3X strong hook. Not only for the strength, but because it's a subsurface fly, it weighs more. The hook weighs more, so it's an added benefit. You've heard me say this before. We do weight flies. I do weight flies, but I prefer my flies to be weighted on the lighter side. I don't want them to go to the bottom like a bowling ball. I would prefer, if they're not getting to where I want them to be, that I can add a little weight either right on the knot of the fly with a little bit of tungsten putty, or up from the fly with tungsten putty, or possibly a small split shot. I can add weight. If my flies are bowling ball heavy, I got no way of taking it away. And I can't tell you the number of times, first cast, you think you got everything right, you snag and you lose it. When I step to the water, unless I know the water very well, I always start, if I'm dead drifting under an indicator, I start shallow and I start light. First thing I do is lengthen, and when I move my indicator, being an old boss for Siemens and lifting turbine parts, you only make adjustments on your lifting beam 4 inches at a time. So I'm kind of loosening up a little bit in my old age, and I'm sliding at 6 inches, sometimes a foot. But I normally make my indicator moves in 4 inches at a time. And between more under the indicator, more leader and tippet, and possibly more weight, the desired results comes about. But again, that's me. My steelhead rod is set up in the garage right now, and if we were going to go out tomorrow, I have a benchmark that I have my indicator in this spot, my hook in this spot, my putty in this spot, and my split shot in this spot. And I set that fly rod up that way every day that I go steelhead fishing. And when I get to the water, I make my adjustments, but that's my benchmark. Maybe I'm stupid, but that's the millwright and the machinist in me.